A poem is just a fun way to make art with words. For this activity, we are going to practice a type of poem called an acrostic, a poem where certain letters in each line form a word. I decided to write my acrostic about nature, as this is something I'm very grateful for. This can be serious or silly. The only limit is your imagination. After I wrote the poem, I decided to publish it on some cardboard found in my recycling bin. Check out this super simple way to create gratitude with your words. You could gift this poem to someone in your life or hang it on your wall to remind you of the thing you are grateful for. All right, let's get started creating some gratitude. All right, so I started by writing out my word with space for brainstorming, and I tried to think of as many words as I could that began with the letter of the word. So R, rescue, rainbow, river, E, elephants, everyone. So you kind of get the idea there. There's no real rules, it's however you want to relate them. I mean, T-Rex, sure, that's nature, just not present nature. Okay, so then I write out my word in nice, neat capitals, although this is my rough draft. And then I can either add just one word or sentences that kind of tell a story, which is what I decided to do to make mine a little bit more interesting. And I was playing around with this, just putting in whatever I thought, whatever came to my mind first. Don't agonize over this. Watch, when I get to the end, I wasn't sure what to do, so I was like, read it over. Okay, everyone and every elephant. Okay, so the next part is editing. Read it over. I took parts out, I changed parts. Read it out loud to yourself and check your spelling by looking it up or asking a friend. So for this, I used the back of something from my recycling bin, something cardboard, and then I used pencil to make my lines. And I started writing with Sharpie. Now, I'm being super creative in how I write this. This is actually because I have such a small piece of cardboard, but it turned out really nice. So I encourage you to write wherever you want to write. Then I erased my lines and I began mixing in some colors with oil pastels. You could use crayons, or if you're not adding watercolors, just use markers and pencil crayons to help you with this. But I did a kind of a resist technique here, where I put in my oil pastels and I blended them. Just like when I was writing the words and even brainstorming the words, I didn't take this too seriously and put a bunch of pressure on myself to create the perfect poem. Just don't worry about creating the perfect art, just create the art that's fun to create for you. Then I took some watercolor, and this took me a little bit to get the amount of color on my brush that would show up on the cardboard, but I like the way it turned out. Anyway, that's my version of a gratitude poem. You could do any form of poetry for this activity. I like the way an acrostic flows. It's easy to come up with ideas for acrostics, and it looks good as art. Anyway, thank you for creating gratitude with me. If you feel like sharing your gratitude art with me, tag me on Instagram. Thanks, and have a beautiful day.